How to define your personality with the Big Five traits test. How would you describe your personality? What makes up your character? When it comes to psychology of personality, people often talk about either types or traits. The difference between traits and types reflects the distinction between analogue and digital. Personality type theory is more digital, saying that something either is or isn't of a certain sort. For example, a test using the type approach will say you are either extroverted or introverted. It does not illustrate to what degree you are either introverted or extroverted, and the same with other traits. In other words, it is less nuanced. The Myers-Briggs test uses this more binary approach of typology. Traits are more analogue, as they measure aspects of character on a spectrum. For example, we might be more or less of a team player. The Big Five model uses this approach to understanding personality and is the preferred tool of most psychologists when it comes to personality tests. The Big Five, which stands for 5 personality traits, also known by the acronym OCEAN, was developed by a series of researchers, but it is most closely associated with the work of Paul Costa and Robert McCrae. The 5 traits of the OCEAN model are O, openness, C, conscientiousness, E, extroversion, A, agreeableness, N, neuroticism. The traits are generally measured by the use of psychometric questionnaires that indicate preferences and create scores expressed on a scale. Here's an explanation of each of the 5 traits. Openness. Openness is the degree to which people are open to new experiences and ideas. More open people tend to be more creative, have more imagination and creativity. Less open people prefer routine and deep specialist knowledge. Conscientiousness. The more conscientious a person is, the more organised, disciplined and hard-working they tend to be. Less conscientious people tend to be more impulsive and disorganised. Extroversion. Extroverts get more of their energy from external stimuli. They tend to be gregarious, outgoing, positive, enthusiastic and assertive. Introverts get their energy more internally. They tend to think more before speaking, prefer fewer but deeper relationships, and retreat from others to recharge. Agreeableness. A more agreeable person is more likeable, cooperative and trusting. They tend to be warm and good-natured. Less agreeable people are less trusting, more critical, and often prefer to work alone. Neuroticism. The higher a person is on the neuroticism scale, the more they worry. They tend towards negativity and are more prone to depression and anxiety. Less neurotic people are calm, even-tempered, and more secure in themselves. Taking a personality test, especially one using the Big Five model, can be beneficial in aiding self-awareness. Traits show preferences and can help us identify our strengths and weaknesses. It can help inform us of roles that we might prefer and excel in, where other people might struggle. But personality is not fixed. Therefore, we must be careful not to identify too closely with personality types, as this can get us into an unhealthy, fixed mindset. This is why we focus on traits. Each trait sits on a spectrum that can change with circumstance and time. We also need to be careful not to think of our personality as either good or bad. And if we feel our personality has room for improvement, then the evidence shows that we can change. If you'd like to do a personality test, then there are many tests available online, and one free resource I often use and can recommend is openpsychometrics.org, where you can find a variety of tests including the Big Five model. If you would like to find out more on this subject or about other leadership models and decision-making tools, then click on the link or head over to the website at www.therightquestions.co. And if you found this helpful, please do like and subscribe.